Hi, Dave Anderson here at the Camera Company. Many people come to us and ask what's the easiest way to get started using their new digital camera. Maybe they got it as a gift over the holidays or just sometime during the year, but people come in on a regular basis and ask us, how do I get started? So we always tell them the first thing to do is get your battery charged. Cameras come in different varieties, from point and shoot, bridge cameras, or super zooms to your DSLRs, which have removable lenses. And the batteries generally fall into two different categories. You have those that charge in the camera, for example, like on this particular Sony, and you'll get a charging block that comes with the camera as well as a charging cable. Plug this into the wall, plug this into your camera, and let it sit for a couple hours. The battery will charge. Generally, there's a little light, an indicator light that tells you when the battery is fully charged. The second type has a removable battery, which charges in an external charger. So you need to take the battery out of the camera. For example, on this Canon T5, the battery then will go into a charging block. Charging block goes into a wall socket, charges, has lights on here that tells you when it's charging and when it's fully charged. So the first tip is make sure your battery is fully charged. Our second tip comes to memory cards. Use the proper memory card. Memory cards come in different flavors. They have class 4, class 5, class 6, class 10, U1s. That all sounds kind of confusing, but the bottom line is it's how fast that card will read and write data. Your camera is nothing more than a computer capturing the information, and it needs to write that data to a memory card. A class 10 card is what we recommend as a minimum card in today's cameras, where a number of years ago a class 4 card would have been fast enough. The downside is if you put a slow card into a camera that has a fast processor, your camera is going to sit there and bog down and wait until it writes the memory before you can take the next picture. We have a lot of people that come in and say, hey, my camera's not working right. It's due to the fact that they're not using a memory card that's fast enough for the camera. So make sure you read your instructions and come talk to us. We'll get you set up with the right card. Now, format your memory card. On the back of all your cameras, there's a menu. You find that menu, and in the menu, it'll have a format option. What that is going to do is that it is going to erase the card completely and set that card up so that it will work with your camera. What it will do is allow your camera to write the pictures you take to the card quickly, allow you to review them on the camera, and then when you take that card out of the camera, you can transfer them to your computer or your smartphone or whatever other device you might have. Good point there. Don't delete any of your pictures on any other device than your camera. So if you take 50 pictures and there are 5 of them you don't like, delete those 5 on your camera. Don't do it on your computer because that'll mess up the file acquisition table and cause that to possibly corrupt your card and keep you from getting your pictures back later. You'll have to have data recovery done. So if you want to erase the card completely, format it, but when you start with a new card, also format that new card. Tip number 4, don't worry. Start shooting. Use the auto mode on your cameras. If you don't know a lot about photography and you're just getting into it as a beginner, that green auto mode is going to be your friend. By putting it in that auto mode, the camera is going to take care of all the decisions for the exposure and help you take some great pictures. So use the auto mode. Almost every camera now has that available, and it's a great way to get started. Tip number 5, my pictures are blurry. What do I do? Well, almost all of our new digital cameras have a feature where a half push on the shutter button, and it takes a little sensitive getting used to, but a half push on the shutter button is going to focus the camera when a full push will actually take the picture. So practice, look at your pictures, review them, and see what you like and you don't like. You can always stop in and talk to any of us here at the Camera Company. We're always happy to discuss the pictures you've taken and what you can do to improve those. And finally, just get out there and shoot. Take your camera, put it in your hand, use it, take pictures of your friends, your family, your pets, sporting events. When you go for a walk, take your camera with you. The best way to get to know your camera is to do that. And then we'll leave you with this note. We have classes. So check out our website at thecameracompany.com for when the next class is available for your Canon, your Nikon, your Sony. We have both beginners and intermediate classes. And we'd love to have you come take one of those and help you get the most out of your camera. If this tip was helpful, please follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next video.